So hello my dear students, today we are going to see a few more examples on reflection and rotation. So first of all we are supposed to show that the given map is an orthogonal linear transformation which you can do. So directly we will find what? The matrix representation of T with respect to standard basis of R2 which you already know. Now as you know, in order to find the matrix representation with respect to basis, just I will recall the concept. If v1 and v2 is the basis of domain, suppose our map is from v to w and basis of codomain is w1 w2, let us say, or some w3, then what do we do is we find t of v1 and we find t of v2, right? It depends on the basis of domain. If your basis of domain is containing 3 vectors, then you will have one more equation to follow. And remember, the order of the matrix is nothing but dimension of codomain multiplied by dimension of domain. So in this case, dimension of codomain will be 3 because the basis set is containing 3 vectors. Dimension of domain is 2. So it means our matrix corresponding to this T is going to have order 3 by 2. So we will find T of V1 and we will express it as a linear combination of W1, W2 and W3. So we will express T of V1 as alpha 1 W1 plus alpha 2 W2 plus alpha 3 W3, and we will express this T of V2 as some beta 1 W1 plus beta 2 W2 plus beta 3 W3, and the coefficients of the first equation will give us the first column, that is alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, and the coefficients of the basis vectors will give you the second column, that is beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. That is how we proceed, right? So over here our domain is R2, codomain is also R2, so our matrix representation is going to have order 2 by 2. So let us go for it then. So over here, what I am going to find? I am going to find T of E1 and T of E2. So here, what will be our T of E1? T of E1 is, it means it is T of 1, 0, which is further equal to, so you are going to put x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0. So it will be 1 upon root 2 and over here 1 upon root 2, which can be further written as 1 upon root 2 1 0 plus 1 upon root 2 0 1, and which is further equal to 1 upon root 2 1 0 is e1 plus 1 upon root 2 e2. That was easy, right? This is easy because we are dealing with standard basis. So T of E2 will be equal to T of 0, 1. So you are going to put x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1. So 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2, which is equal to 1 upon root 2, 1, 0 plus, now minus will be there. So minus 1 upon root 2, 0, 1, which is further equal to 1 upon root 2 E1 minus 1 upon root 2 E2. So what will be my matrix representation then? So therefore my M of T will be a 2 by 2 matrix, which will be 1 upon root 2, 1 upon root 2, and over here you are going to have 1 upon root 2 and minus 1 upon root 2. I hope you got it. We have simply picked these coefficients column wise linear, and these coefficients also have written column wise. Now once we get the matrix representation, simply go for determinant. And what is my determinant over here? And determinant of this M of T is equal to what? It is minus half, which is minus 1. Therefore T is a reflection in this case. Therefore T is a reflection. So we are supposed to find the line of reflection, right? So in order to get line of reflection, we will compare the given matrix, not the given matrix, the matrix M of t with the matrix of reflection. So I'll say compare. Now you should be very careful when you're dealing with reflections. Keep in mind what notation you're using. If I am comparing it with cos 2 theta, sin 2 theta, sin 2 theta and minus cos 2 theta, then your line of reflection is nothing but y is equal to tan theta x. And if I am comparing it to cos theta, sin theta and minus cos theta, then your line of reflection will be tan theta by 2x. Just keep this in mind. Okay. So over here we are going to compare it with 2 theta only. So our line of reflection will be y is equal to tan theta x. So what will be my value of cos and sin after comparing? Therefore cos of 2 theta will be 1 upon root 2 and sine of 2 theta will be 1 upon root 2. So for which value of theta or for which angle your cos and sine are 1 upon root 2? We have drawn a trigonometric table last time, right? So 1 upon root 2 are for pi by 4. So argument should be pi by 4, right, of sine and cos both. But my argument of cos is 2 theta and argument of sine is 2 theta. So what does it mean? Therefore 2 theta should be equal to pi by 4. Just note this. Some students will make a mistake over here, and over here 2 theta should be pi by 4. So what should be theta then? This implies our theta is pi upon 8. I hope you got it, because इथे 2 theta है ना, so therefore you are having 2 theta on this side, right? So once we get theta, then we can tell the line of reflection. Therefore what is the line of reflection? Therefore line of reflection is y is equal to tan theta, that is value of theta is pi by 8 x. Okay, so that is our line of reflection. Now let us go for next example. So in this example we have already shown that this t of xy is an orthogonal linear transformation. So therefore now we will directly find what? The matrix representation of t. So just I will make some space. So I will say the matrix representation of t. Okay, the matrix representation. So here what will be my t of e1? My t of e1 will be t of 1 0. So you're going to put x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0, but your map is minus x minus y simply, so it will be minus 1 0, which will be further equal to minus 1 1 0 plus 0 times 0 1, and which is nothing but minus 1 times e1 plus 0 times e2. Now what about t of e2? T of e2 will be equal to t of 0 1, which is further equal to, what will be t of 0 1? It will be 0 minus 1, which is equal to 0 times 1 0 minus 1 times 0 1, and which is equal to 0 times e1 minus times e2. And therefore what is my matrix representation of t? Is nothing but it is minus 1 0 and 0 minus 1. And what is the determinant? And determinant of m of t is equal to, that is 1. So therefore it is a rotation. Therefore t is a rotation. So therefore we are going to compare this t with the matrix of not t exactly, the m of t, right? Therefore compare m of t with matrix of rotation. So what will be our values? After comparison you will get, therefore your cos theta will be minus 1 and your sin theta will be 0. So for which value of theta cos is minus 1? So it is odd multiples of pi by 2. Sorry, odd multiples of pi. So if we talk about pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi and so on, even minus pi, or you can say plus or minus pi, plus or minus 3 pi, plus or minus 5 pi and so on. सगळ्या values साठी cos theta is -1, and for which value of theta this sign is 0. Okay, so it is pi, you can say plus or minus pi, even plus or minus 2 pi, plus or minus 3 pi and so on. So for this value this sign is 0. In other words, you can say that for 2n plus 1 pi, for this value of theta your cos is -1, means odd multiple of pi, and for theta is equal to n pi, where n belongs to z. Over here also this n belongs to z, sign is 0. So we want one value of theta which will satisfy this both the conditions, that cos theta should be -1 and sin theta should be 0. So which is that value of theta? So over here we will think of positive value of theta. So which one to take then? Obviously we will think of pi, right? That is the smallest positive value of theta that is going to work, because cos pi is going to be -1, and what about sin pi? It is going to be 0. So what will be our value of theta over here? It is going to be pi. Okay, therefore theta is equal to pi, and therefore what is your angle of rotation? Therefore theta is equal to pi is the angle of rotation. Now saying the, I will not say the, is angle of rotation, because if you add 2 pi in it, still it is going to be angle of rotation. So saying the is not right actually, because theta is not unique. So what I have said before this, let me see. Yeah, so therefore theta is equal to pi is a angle of rotation. Okay, that's fine then. Now we will go to the last example, but last example is simple. I hope you should be able to do it. Now directly I will write m of t. Writing m of t is not that much difficult. Okay, simply you want, this is simply the hint, okay, for the problem. So what will be my t of, I'll directly go for 1 0. So t of 1 0 will be x is equal to 1, so 1 upon root 2 and 1 upon root 2. So it is again 1 upon root 2 e1 plus 1 upon root 2 e2. And what about t of 0 1? T of 0 1 will be, so minus 1 upon root 2 and 1 upon root 2. So it will be minus 1 upon root 2 e1 plus 1 upon root 2 e2. So my m of t in this case is, first column will be 1 upon root 2, 1 upon root 2. Next column is minus 1 upon root 2 and it is 1 upon root 2. So if you take the determinant, therefore what will be my determinant of m of t? It will be half plus half, I guess, which is equal to 1. So therefore t is a rotation again. Therefore t is a rotation. So you are going to compare it with matrix of rotation. My matrix of rotation is cos 2 theta, cos theta, right? Cos theta minus sin theta, sin theta and cos theta, and you are going to compare it with what? Which matrix we got? 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2, 1 upon root 2 and 1 upon root 2. I hope I am right. No? Okay. So over here it is plus. Okay, and over here it is minus. So therefore what you are going to get is, therefore cos theta is equal to 1 upon root 2 and sin theta is equal to 1 upon root 2. So what should be theta then? Just now we have seen it is pi by 4, therefore theta is angle of rotation. Is that okay? So that's all about the problems on reflection and rotation. From the Next class onwards we are going to start with a totally new concept. So whatever doubts are there on this topic, you write down the doubts on a piece of paper and we will clear that doubts on Thursday. So we'll stop here. Thank you. Have a good day.